Got to get the camera figured out. All right, good evening, everyone, and welcome to Wisconsin Rapids for tonight's Merowith South boys basketball matchup featuring the visiting Edgar Wildcats and the home Assumption Royals. Steve Maves, Paul J. Glinsky, and Braden Sutter here from beautiful Assumption High School. Here tonight, Edgar coming in at 8-12 on the year, 6-7 in conference play. Assumption at 11-8 and 6-6 in conference play. Assumption has a little bit of a winning streak. They did lose to Edgar earlier this season, but Coach Paul's got these boys playing hard and playing really good. This is a very, very important week, obviously, for both teams, starting with Assumption, a team that they've already lost to in Edgar. They've got a really good Athens team coming to town on Thursday, and then the Centennial game that's neither here nor there when it comes to brackets on Sunday, but these two Merowith games could go a long way to determine on where Assumption will play in the playoffs in 2 weeks.
Yeah, again, I'd rather take the focus over to the Edgar side of it for a second, Steve. So it's pretty cool to see so many multi-sport athletes. Yeah. Again, Edgar, an institution, a state powerhouse in football. Once again, down at state this year, a lot of those kids turn around and you see a lot of those familiar names and faces on the basketball court. Should be a very athletic contest tonight.
We'll turn it over to Jeff Sullivan for our pregame festivities, our announcements, invocation, and national anthem.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Father in heaven, we ask your blessing on the game we are about to play. Thank you for the opportunity to compete and bring out the best in each other. Please keep everyone safe from injury, harm, and disrespect. For our athletes, coaches, fans, and officials, give each of us the charity, humility, and courage to play, coach, cheer, and referee in a manner which is pleasing you, giving our absolute best for your glory and honor. St. Michael the Archangel, pray for us. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Please remain standing and join in the playing of our national anthem.
Hey, talk about these multi-sport athletes right there. Starting first, QB1, Tucker Strite. Maverick Butt, running back 1. 5 is Gavin Maurer, big part, of course, of that state football team as well. Number 11 is Caden Bargender. And number 40 is Carson Nowak for the Edgar Wildcats. For the Assumption Royals, senior number 1, Logan Nystrom. Senior number 3 is Chase Sleeberg. Senior number 11 is JT Schlafer. Missing one. Junior
number 20.
21, Trey France. And then senior is Ron Board for head coach Josh Paul. Today's pregame show was presented by Next Up Prosthetics, providing prosthetics for orthotics throughout Central Wisconsin. Take your next step and contact them today.
Steve, the third team on the floor tonight is one of the absolute best. Mike Klein, Mike Bucky, and Mark Diffris are three of the absolute best officials around. You see them perennially at the state tournament just about each season. I think Mike Line has been there 13, 14, 15 times. I actually had the honor of working a state tournament game with Mike as well. But again, one of the absolute best crews around.
Got youth night tonight, grade school night for the little ballers, and ready to go here from Wisconsin Rapids. Again, it was an Edgar win in their first meeting, and the opening tip is won by the Assumption Royals, and Chase Lieberg will start with it.
Yeah, so you said 3 games this week for the Royals tonight. Athens at home, and then Centennial, which is a state Minnesota Power.
Yeah, they went over Centennial last year and got taken down by the Cougars, I think they are, and yeah, very, very important week this week for Assumption.
The Harrison University Cougars.
Tucker Stride with it now. Tucker back out and resets for Gavin Maurer. Maverick Butt with it. Tucker on the right side, back over to Maverick Butt. You are one that recognizes the shoe game. The shoe game for Edgar is on points. The kids on the floor, the kids on the bench, purples and pinks and neon greens. He's got very light aqua, number 11, Caden Bargender on the floor. Oh, good find there. And wraps around, left it short, offensive rebound, and puts it up. Carson Nowak heading to line for 2.
Carson Nowak did a really nice job there, Steve, of getting below Ron Board in the short corner. Actually, he was going to cut. Kind of had a great pass that found him, but it's like, hey, since I'm down below, I'm going to go ahead and use my power to go ahead and take a look at it. Good positioning there using that short corner.
Carson's first free throw, no good. A lot of games on the network. Our first playoff games of the year on the network tonight. It's boys hockey. Eau Claire Memorial with a convincing win over Wisconsin Rapids. And Eau Claire North taking on Tomahawk in boys hockey tonight. Tomahawk moved up from Division II to Division I because of their state championship. It's a tough draw for Tomahawk in that sectional. They're 21-3 on the year, but they receive a number 9 seed because of just how tough that Division I sectional is.
On the flip side of it, though, if you were to take a look at their record this year, one of the 3 losses is to the 8 seed. So, I mean, while I understand it's the case, sometimes stepping up and boxing in that next division is just kind of a jump of where you're at. So I know there was a little controversy about that week. However, if you look at the record, they did lose to the 8 seed.
JT Schlafer the scoop to the basket for 2.
So controlled, Steve. Good left hand, never in a hurry. 16 minutes to go here in the first half, 2-1 Royals.
Yeah, and your reward for winning your first round game tonight, you get to go to Hudson on or next week. Another great find, another great cut, and Gavin Maurer puts it in for 2.
Once again, down below the depth of the Royals defense, doing a great job of working that short corner down below where the Royals live. That's a spot where Chase Lieberg has been doing a nice job for the Royals this year as well, Steve.
Chase with it now against strike. Gets a screen from Board. Down low to Ron. And throws it into the second row of the bleachers looking for Logan Nystrom. Early 3-2 score in favor of the Edgar Wildcats.
Steve, a good one on the network tonight over in the Clover Belt East, game with big implications. Columbus Catholic Dons will take on Owen Withee. Lots to be decided there. It should be a very fun, entertaining game.
Yeah, boys game there. Oh, another good cut. And Loyal is at Neelsville tonight in boys basketball as well. Loyal, the number 3 team in Division 5, and just 1 conference loss to go to their name as well. JT Schlafer turns in the lane, in and out. Rebounded by Strite.
Again, a quality look for JT. Doing a nice job so far in the paint, working low with his size advantage.
Nowak open, drives to the basket, gets bumped. They're not going to give him the continuation on the floor with 15:02 to go. Next Step Prosthetics, providing prosthetics and orthotics throughout central Wisconsin. Take your next step and contact them today.
You know, Steve, so you talked about not going to give them the continuation. So that was one of the new rule changes this year where the WIAA, or the Federation, I guess I should say, has stepped in and allowed you as an official the leeway of the continuation rule, not quite as similar as what you see in the NBA, but more of a gather point. it hasn't made as big of an effect as Edgar unfortunately turns over the inbound. It hasn't really had as big of an effect as what you would have thought that it would have had this year. I'll be curious to see if in future years, if his officials get more used to it, if it has a greater effect or not.
Yep, absolutely right. Yeah, it takes a little while to get used to some new things. Logan Nystrom buries the three behind the screen, and it's 5-3 Assumption.
Nice shot by Logan. Again, doing a good job of using the screen, just kind of hunkering down, knocking down that tray.
Right side, Bargender swings around to Maurer and straight. Maverick Butt on the right wing. Maverick with those bright off pink shoes, so all the way to the basket. Bargender to the left hand.
Boy, again, that's another good controlled finish. I have to admit, you've got the pink and the blue. I actually kind of like the purple on the bench. I don't know if eventually we can get a camera shot at those, but I really like those. That's kind of a good, nice little sharp thread.
You like the dark ones or the light ones
the
next
dark,
to them?
The dark ones. The light ones are, but the dark purple I'm a fan of. Got a little Barney the Dinosaur deal happening.
Chase Lieberg to the basket against Tucker Strite, and Lieberg comes away with his own rebound. Braden Peters to the basket. He jump stops in the lane. Short, tipped out, saved. What good hustle there by Nowak, but Braden Peters will head to the free throw line. The Surf Pro free throw line. Call Surf Pro for the number one choice in cleanup and restoration. Surf Pro like it never even happened. They talked about some good games. We had a couple of really good ones last night. Oh, there they are. There's the dark purple shoes. As again, Peters puts it in.
Once again, our producer going ahead and hooking us up on the camera. We're doing a great job shooting it there. That's why he's the best in the business, folks. I don't care what Jason Zaleski says about him. He's not that bad.
Had a couple of really good games last night. Pacelli girls knocking off Almond, a conference championship. How about Spash taking care of the Novas, the Lady Novas from Milwaukee Academy of Science? Jada Soiber with 39 more points last night. There's a three-pointer for Bargender.
There's a heck of a ball game on the network on Saturday as Spash travels down to the Herd Arena to take on Oostburg. Those may be two of the legit 5 best teams in the state, any division. That should be a heck of a ball game.
Owen France lines up a three. Left it short off the front rim.
Of course, Jada Seibert, an Iowa commit. Kinsley Ketterhagen with multiple offers.
There's a three-pointer off the mark, rebounded by Schlafer.
So let's go ahead. Steve.
I was going to say, what a job by the coaches and the athletic directors to get those games scheduled right at the end of the year, especially at Spash. They had Milwaukee Academy of Science last night. They have Wisconsin Rapids on Thursday, and then they end the regular season against Oostburg.
So I do like that fact with one exception. It seems like now that seeding is completed, teams are willing to step outside of the comfort zone a little bit more. I don't know that. I mean, again, credit for both teams for playing each other.
Yep.
But unfortunate that doesn't happen perhaps before the seeding. Maybe it's just the way the schedule lines up. Like I said, I'm not accusing anybody of anything. I'm just saying in general, like it seems like now that the seeding is out, teams are more than willing to let's go play.
Good strong good take. Fouls on the floor. Rapid Sheet Metal Heating and Cooling. Place your comfort at home is their highest priority. Give them a call or find them online at rapidsheetmetal.com. And again, that gives both teams, not saying that they're not conditioned enough, but gives them a little bit bigger floor 2 weeks before the state tournament. As Tucker Strite takes it to the basket, finger rolls it in for two.
That is a terrific play by Tucker Strite. Read that the whole way, took advantage of where that it was, tipped it forward, and then laid it in. A fantastic play by Tucker.
That's QB1 knowledge right there for Edgar.
He called it audible and ran it to the house.
As Chase Lieberg turns and finishes for two.
Nice little baby hook by Chase Lieberg. Once again, we talked about how he's been doing a nice job working out of that short corner. There's a good example of that, Steve.
Graham Strite into the game for the Wildcats. Nowak to the basket. Oh, nice move there by Carson, and gets the friendly touch there for Nowak.
You're not supposed to get that bounce on the road. That's only supposed to be a home court bounce. Nice touch there. So 9-8. 11:36 to go here in the first half. Good start to the ball game, Steve. Good back and forth flow.
Logan Nystrom all the way to the basket. He finger rolls it in for two. Blows past the defender to the baseline.
Very nice take by Logan. That's one of the new expansions of his game this year. Obviously, always one of the best shooters in the state, but now getting a little bit downhill as well.
Bargender to the basket. Banks it in for two. Back and forth we go. It's 11-10 in favor of the Wildcats.
Steve, you talked about ball game last night. How about over in Mosinee, where you were looking at an opportunity to see Lead Norden take on the Mosinee Indians in a great girls contest. Is there a hotter team in the state right now for girls basketball than what Mosinee is?
It'd be hard to find one. Absolutely. 13 wins in a row.
Well, and again, Pacelli, when they were fully healthy, Odin France for 3. Pacelli, when they were fully healthy, then you turn around and you get Medford to win conference. You get Xavier, who is a 1 seed as a Division II team. Then you go to Colfax and knock them off handily, and then turn around and take care of 1 seed Shawano in Division II. Like, good luck to the Indians. Fun team, and I've heard that was actually one of the better ref games in the state any level last night. So I can't confirm or deny to what I've been told. So.
They're going to be a lot of fun to watch. They've got, as the 3 seed, they would have to go up to Hayward in a regional final. And if they're able to get past the Hurricanes, I saw that. Yeah.
Shout out to Sarah Jake-Linsky at home going ahead and checking in with us, trying to give us some updates on some Wood County news.
Yeah, was that the Wood County scanner, I think it is? Yeah, the stolen ambulance going around Wood County. Yeah, that's wild.
It's one of those deals where that's not something you read about every day, Steve. So I think that Anchorman would say that escalated quickly. So Edgar looking like they're in a little bit of a 1-3-1 here against the Royals, and they forced a turnover at 13-11, 9:50 to go here in the first half. Here comes the Wildcats.
Graham Stride hands off to Tucker, and he's going to get fouled on the pass with 9:46 to go. Girls brackets released this past Sunday. Boys brackets released this upcoming Sunday at 10 a.m., so we'll have a very good indication of where we will see both of these teams. I want to shout out Mike Wendlandt, Dan Ross, Jason Zaleski for the seed scores, bracket predictions that you've been able to read on the VIP section of our website, ZaleskiSports.com. I think Mike said about 93 to 94% correct with the computer seating. And Carson Nowak scores again.
Very tough move. You know what I think is most impressive is somebody that follows that rather closely is that most of the errors are 10, 11, 12 seed. And there's maybe some of the misnomer, but some of those top seeds and some of that information is really highly accurate there. As great play, timeout, 30-second timeout on the floor called by Edgar. We'll take it to commercial. You're watching high school basketball here on Zaleski Sports.
We have team members in our lives, whether it's this or that or friends, and he's my team member that looked for my best interest. And he said, we're going to get you up walking without the walker. And I'm like, oh, really? And he says, yeah, we are. I'm really grateful from the bottom of my heart to Shai and his staff because they made the impossible seem possible.
Call to set up a free, no-obligation evaluation. Next Step Prosthetics, the fit for you.
All right, welcome back to Assumption High School. We're tied at 13 with 9:13 to go here in the first half.
So, Steve, continuing to build off of the playoff seeding, one of the most interesting statistical anomalies that I think that I saw in the seeding is what happened with the Big Eight. So if you think about Verona, Madison La Follette, and Madison Memorial are 5, 6, and 7 seeds, and all 3 of them are co-conference champions. I understand the sectional is challenging, but you'd think the Big Eight, considering the quality of that conference, would take a look at it. Any reason on why that's a 5, 6, 7 seed?
Yeah, again, I think I mentioned this to you before. Oh, there's a three-pointer for Graham Strite. Rebounded and ripped away by Ron Bohr. Jump ball staying with the Cats. But, I think I mentioned to you this. I think I mentioned this to you before. I just post on social media.
The one thing I will say is that the strength of schedule component is definitely being rewarded right now by the WIAA.
What a pass.
That's great inbounds play. Good rebound to keep it alive.
Graham Strite's going to get called for the travel, but the strength of schedule, yep.
Yeah, the strength of schedule component is definitely being rewarded right now by the WIAA. Quality teams playing quality teams, going back to our Spash-Oosburg example, is definitely being rewarded versus teams that are just kind of looking for ball games where they can pick up 20, 21, 22, 23 wins and kind of go from there. Oh, as that pass is picked off and laid in.
Nowak again. Carson with 7. Again, the eyes of this Edgar defense paying dividends so far.
To quote Mr. Deeds, sneaky, sneaky.
One local team playing tonight, early matchup. Pacelli's at Medford in girls basketball as Logan Nystrom leaves that one short. As of right now, again, I don't know how much time is left, but last look, Pacelli was up by 20 against Medford tonight. Oh, another cut to the basket. 2 more for Gavin Maurer. 4 minutes to go, 60-40 Pacelli over the Medford Raiders. Yeah, an Assumption just all out of sorts here so far in the first half. Odin France is going to line up a 3. He's got his second triple of the night.
Odin France coming off the bench, giving great minutes to the Royals. As it's 17-16, 7:40 to go here in what's been a very entertaining first half between these two teams. Well played.
Tucker Strite with it at the free throw line. Cutting to the basket as Maurer puts his head down. Floater left short. He goes to the floor. Rebounded by Lee Berg. Lieberg with it over to Schlafer.
You know, Steve, one of the big articles that's out there in
JT, another finger roll to the basket.
Nice take. One of the big articles that's out there in social media right now has been talking about the declining participation in girls sports, especially. Like that, I think they said enrollment in girls basketball is down 21% or whatever it is. You can go out there and read it yourself. But what I do think, why I mentioned that is that it's so refreshing to see the multi-sport athletes from Edgar. Obviously a football power, but then turning around being successful in basketball. Obviously, they've got one of the better baseball programs around. It truly is amazing to go ahead and see it. And you see it on the Edgar side of it with women as well, where their volleyball team was very good. They've got a very competitive basketball team. Women's wrestling squad.
Yep.
The track and field team always very good as well. So again, shout out to those multi-sport athletes. They're what make the small schools great.
Absolutely right. And Chase Lieberg lays it in for 2.
Good, solid move by Chase, going ahead and getting to his left hand, getting downhill, fighting through contact. 2017, Royals on a nice little run here.
6:05 to go. Nowak with it again. Carson scores again. That's going to be goaltending. Ball went in anyway, but Carson Nowak with 9 first half points.
Good work by the trail official. So, lead underneath the basket, see opposite, trail kind of just behind in terms of where it goes. So that goaltending or basket interference call is a T or a C call. Mike Line did a nice job patiently taking a look at it, making sure you take a look at it. So any type of basket interference, that's also another point of emphasis. Again, my compliments to this crew, one of the best around, getting that call right.
Braden Peters into the game. 20-19 Assumption. 5:50 to go. Odin France again. Corner 3. And Barry's in another one.
One of those deals where it's just you got the hot hand, keep riding it. 9 quick points off the bench, 3 for 3 from the field. Good-looking young freshman for the Royals.
In the corner for Bargender. JT trailing Carson Nowak. Carson's got 9 here in the first. Cuts to the basket. Near side for Maverick Butt. All games live on Zaleski Sports. Just waiting for one more in Rocheltz. And chased down by Graham Strite. See if they're going to go live. Rocheltz, Iola girls. Iola boys already a 40-point. Whoa, there's up and in for Graham Strite, heading to the line for +1.
One of the best rivalries in all of sports tonight taking place over in Marathon as you have the Marathon boys and the Auburn Air Eagles. It seems like no matter what the record, no matter what the year, those two teams are always a competitive battle back and forth. Once again, 14-9 early to go, 6:27 left to go in the first half. But Auburndale hanging right around with one of the best teams in the state with the Marathon boys.
Graham Strite at the line for +1 here. And it's off the mark. Tyler Halverson into the game for the first time. Big 52 for the Wildcats. 5 minutes to go, 23-21.
Steve, speaking of a beauty, another one on the network tonight is you got DC Everest and Mosinee boys at Mosinee. As you can see, there's a great crowd there. That's currently 21-21 with 6 minutes to go in the first half. Again, those are two teams that could very easily find themselves at the state tournament.
Yeah, you talk about Mosinee girls being on a streak. DC Everest boys, one of the hottest teams in the entire state.
Is there a better hire than Jake Shallow? I mean, Mike Matthews, the athletic director at DC Everest, hit a home run, getting Jake to come back. I think that program is positioned for great things. Of course, Shallow is a name that a lot of basketball fans will know based on his father's success at Kaukauna. But Jake's a great young coach, a knowledgeable young man. I can't say enough good things about him and what I think the future of DC Everest Evergreen's boys basketball is.
Yeah, we were there. We saw DC Everest, was it already last week, Thursday, when they beat Wisconsin Rapids? They probably had 25 made shots in that game. 23 of them were layups. Oh! Hey.
There's a highlight play by Trey France. Goes ahead and grabs it with a little oop-de-doo up and under. 25-21. Great play by Trey France.
Graham Stray with it.
They would say that's scandalous. That was so good.
Oh, Tucker Stride all the way to the baskets. 4-2. Good pick there by Tyler Halverson. Back to a 2-point game with 4 minutes to go. JT off the mark. Rebounded by Bargender.
One of the things that I would think that would be very encouraging for Coach Paltz tonight, Steve, is if you look at the scoreboard, he's got balance tonight that he doesn't always get. So if you think about it, Odin having 9 points for him going out right now as their leading scorer, but you have a lot of interesting balance. Only 4 out of JT, only I believe 3 out of Logan.
5. Yep.
5 out of Logan. So again, nice to see some balanced contributions as you get that 25-point. That's something that they're going to need if this team's going to make a deep playoff run.
Schlafer with it now to Lee Berg. 3:40 to go. Braden Peters at the top of the key. Against Halverson, there's Trey France. 4-3 off the mark. Rebounded by Schlafer. Chased it down along the sidelines. Skips it across to Nystrom. Long 3 for Logan. Too strong. Oh, good rebound by Nowak with 3:22 to go. Williams Plumbing and Heating is locally owned and operated right here in Wisconsin Rapids for all your plumbing and heating needs. Why look anywhere else? Call Williams Plumbing and Heating or find them online at williamsplumbingwr.com. 3:22 to go here in the first half. 25-23 in favor of Assumption. Nowak cuts to the basket again, puts his head down, turns left to short. Rebounded by Braden Peters. Peters all the way to the basket. So coast to coast for Braden.
Very nice drive by BP all the way down. Nobody picked him up. He decided, I'm going to just go ahead and score it.
And then Graham Stripe blows right past him, puts it in for 2.
Graham Stripe with a great go ahead and crossover, shows his athleticism. Answers back and forth, 25-27, 2:55 to go here in the first half. Going to the free throw line to go ahead and see if they can cut it to a 1-point game.
Solaris is your hometown fiber internet provider. Just like our athletes bring their best to the court, we bring our best to your home with lightning fast, reliable fiber internet that never quits. Stream, game, and connect without missing a beat. Get connected, stay connected at Solaris.net.
Of note, that's Chase Lieberg's second foul of the half.
Chase with 2, Ron with 2. Ron board for Assumption with 2, and it's a 1-point game with under 3 minutes to go.
On the other hand, it does bring in the hot shooting Odin France back in the ball game. So one of those deals where if you have to bring somebody back in, a kid that's 3 for 3 from the three-point line is not a bad option.
Braden Peters with it. Graham straight up to 5 here in the first. Schlafer down to
pass.
Peters. Left block, turn, strong finish for Braden Peters.
Nice pick and roll, nice finish by BP. Great vision as always by JT.
Maverick Butt with it, hands off to Strite. Graham back out to Nowak. Hands off to Gavin Maurer. Near side Maverick Butt. Back out to Strite. Hands off to Nowak. Against JT Schlafer with 2:10 to go.
Now, Steve, Edgar is Division 5 for girls basketball in the seed release. Are they Division 4 for boys?
I think so.
Okay, any idea what causes that anomaly?
I would say the number of participating schools, but you'd think it'd probably be the other way around.
Well, I know that like Divine Savior has got a girls program, not a boys program.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's such a thing as a boys academy in terms of wherever it goes, but it seems like that's an interesting anomaly. I wonder why that is.
Yeah, we'll take a look at it. When we come back, we'll have an answer for you. 30-second timeout, 3-point Assumption lead. You're watching boys basketball on Zaleski Sports, presented by ShedSliver.com.
It just makes sense. Mittens carries higher quality furniture from all of your favorite brands because we want you to be proud of your space.
It just makes sense. Mittens carries all of your favorite appliance brands so we can save you money on the products you trust.
It just makes sense that Mittens services what we sell because we want your home to be comfortable and run smoothly.
It just makes sense. Central Wisconsin has shopped at Mittens since 1938 because we have it all.
Question of the hour is, why is Edgar a 4 in boys, 5 in girls? Who knows? Edgar is a 4 in boys. They're in with Abbotsford, Auburndale, Shawamigan, Colby, Crandon, Hurley, Marathon, Neilsville, Phillips, Spencer, and Stratford.
I mean, it's not a performance factor thing like it would be for football, where I think they've been so successful they're now Division I, I think. But on the basketball side of it, not to say that they don't have a successful program, because that's not at all what I'm saying, so please save the hate mail. But their girls' team is a Division V team, the boys' team is a Division IV team. I was just simply asking why the difference of that. I'm not sure if that's the case. And is that the case with any other teams throughout the state, or is Edgar the interesting anomaly? And why is it every time I do laundry, I lose a sock? What's up with that? So, anyway.
Too many questions, not enough answers. It's only Tuesday night. Nowak to the basket, cuts off, and Maurer was cut to the basket, and he throws it over his head. Like Carrie Venner with State Farm, be your go-to for all your insurance needs. Carrie and her staff are always there to help you understand your options and come away with the right coverage for you. That's Carrie Venner with State Farm in Wisconsin Rapids.
So 29-26, Royals with a 3-point advantage, minute 20 to go here in the first half.
Oh, another nice pick and roll. France with a reverse layup. Can't finish. Nowak with a rebound. Quickly up ahead to Maverick Butt.
Nice defense there by Peters going ahead and getting a recovery, not picking up the foul.
Maverick Butt, left wing 3 is off the mark. Nowak nearly with the rebound and runs into the stage here with 1:01 to go in the first half. Holiday tomorrow. Do you know that? Ash Wednesday tomorrow.
Ash Wednesday.
Yeah.
That means today is Fat Tuesday, or as I refer to it, Tuesday. So it's all good.
Jason down in Alabama, Jason Zaleski down in Alabama, and he's been to at least 2 parades today. So it's one of those things. I enjoy being here. I'd much rather be up here and having some good quality basketball here in Wisconsin. Wisconsin Rapids, 35 seconds to go. Got another question for you once we have a minute. As maybe it's a halftime questionnaire. Odin Franz with it now. Braden Peters out to JT Schlafer.
One is to assume Assumption's going to go ahead and be content to take the last shot of the first half. Again, to Jason's dismay, no.
There's a 3 for JT off the mark. Rebounded by Trey France. He lines one up short. Rebounded by Odin France. Out to Logan Nystrom with 5 seconds to go.
So I lied. They're going to take the last 3 shots in the first half.
Trey France missed again. And Peters, good if it goes. And that'll end our first half here in Wisconsin Rapids. 29-26 Royals. First half stats coming up when we come back. It's been a fun one here in Wisconsin Rapids. You're watching boys basketball on Zaleski Sports, presented by by ShedSliver.com.
So, after a couple years of this, it's time for more money and better opportunities. That's where Mid-State Technical College comes in.
Are you a born leader? Is hospitality your thing? Maybe you're into efficiency. Or do you love building teams? No matter your path, we've got cutting-edge classes with field-trained professionals and better tuition options. So stop getting by and level up today.
Good evening, folks. Matt LePay here. Ridgetop Exteriors is kicking off your roof replacement like pros. Old shingles off, decking down, ice and water guard set. Textbook protection. Underlayment follows. Sealed tight like an O-line. Valleys flashed. Shingles installed row by row. Captain ventilated. The crew scoops every nail, leaving no yard marker behind. This project's wrapped. Your turn to call the play at ridgetopexteriors.com.
Little Sprouts Learning Garden with 2 convenient central Wisconsin locations. Here's Brooke Sievers to tell us about it.
Little Sprouts has been around for almost 7 years here in Auburndale. In Rudolph, we've been open for about 2.5. We serve here in Auburndale, we have 6 weeks old up until 12-year-olds. And then in Rudolph, we have 1-year-olds up until 12-year-olds. The biggest thing that we do with them is we have play-based learning so that they learn through play with each other. And social skills are a huge part of what we do with them.
Find Little Sprouts Learning Garden on Facebook today.
Buy 3 and get 1 free is back at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. Plus, get up to $100 back on a select set of 4 installed Goodyear tires when you use the Goodyear credit card through February 27 at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. Find your location at SherrillTire.com.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com.
Meda Custom Apparel, your local source for quality, custom decorated clothing and products. Discover a wide range of products from corporate casual wear to team uniforms, promotional items, sporting goods, and awards. Don't settle for less. With our in-house production, we will make your name or event stand out with custom sports jerseys, branded cooler bags, and personalized can coolers. Celebrate team success with custom awards and promotional items. At Meda Custom Apparel, we put your brand first. Explore your options today at medacustom.com.
Hey, you're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip, I love my hometown, and I want a health plan that feels the same way. So, what are your favorite local date spots?
Oh, yeah, I know like all the date spots in Eau Claire.
Ooh. Jane, I'm Steve from Security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen Eclairs in my dressing room.
All right, welcome back to Wisconsin Rapids. First half scoring. We'll start with the Edgar Wildcats. Leading in scoring, Carson Nowak with 9, Graham Strite with 5, Caden Baumgartner, Gavin Maurer, Tucker Strite all with 4. For the Assumption Royals, Owen France with 9, Braden Peters and Logan Nystrom with 5, Chase Lieberg, JT Schlafer with 4, and Trey France with 2 first half points. Scores from around the network. Eau Claire Memorial knocked off Wisconsin Rapids at boys hockey earlier today. That ends Wisconsin Rapids season. 22-18 last look. Loyal over Neelsville boys. The Freedom Irish, the number 1 or 2 team in the state in boys basketball, all over Waupaca 38-15. Dominican over St. Thomas More in girls basketball 21-19. Amherst taking care of Nakusa 24-6. Westfield up on Marshfield 18-10. Columbus Catholic doubling up on Owen Withee in boys basketball 28-14. Kimberly with an early 6-point lead over Kaukauna 17-16. Marathon up 9 on Auburndale in boys basketball. DC Everest up 8 on Mosinee on the road. Newman Catholic with a 1-point lead over Stratford, and Eau Claire Memorial and Spash Boys are tied at 33.
I feel like in spirit of the song that's playing in the background, it's a party on Zaleski Sports USA. You got to like it. When Miley's rocking in the gym, it's always a good time, I'm not going to lie to you. Also, on an interesting side note tonight, Steve, just because I saw Leah Norden last night up in Rhinelander, Shepley and Rice Lake is playing. They defeated the Evergreens tonight 68-28. I think the battle for Miss Wisconsin is really down to those 3 players. Leah Norden, 2,000 points, 1,000 rebounds. Shepley, a Badger commit, looking to go back-to-back state tournaments. And then Natalie Cuso, a Minnesota Gopher commit, who is just got all forms of records and potentially going to lead Arrowhead to another potential state title, or at least state berth. Pretty outstanding piece. You're not much of a prediction guy, but of the 3, where do you kind of go of that list?
Probably start with, sorry, there's something going on with a different game. Probably start with Cuso, just because of the achievements that she's had and the achievements that Arrowhead's had. And you never want to give never want to give anything to a golden gopher, but you might have to give it to Natalie, and that's always fun. It's a big state tournament this year. There's going to be a lot going on in Green Bay. There's already been a lot going on throughout the last couple of weeks, the last couple of months with it being the 50th girls basketball state tournament. It's going to be a party in Green Bay.
Now again, there's going to be plenty of upsets, so don't get me wrong. But if the 4 1 seeds in D1 make it, you're potentially looking at Spash with an Iowa commit, Pewaukee with a Badger commit, Tosa East with a DePaul commit, and Arrowhead with a Minnesota commit. Like, if you want to celebrate high school women's basketball in the state of Wisconsin, it's the case. And a lot of those kids, of course, are 26s. Jordan had a chance to grow up playing AAU against a lot of those girls, so we can attest firsthand, like, those are as talented of ball players as you run into nationally, not just in the States. So truly a who's who at the in the D1 level at the field. And like I said, if you get a chance and you have not seen folks, check out Oostburg. They're on the network on Saturday. They're going to play Spash. The Ketterhagen is a name that you want to kind of know. There's 2 Ketterhagen sisters that are 26s, Riley and Addie, that are going to go to UW Green Bay, but they've got a sophomore sister who, Kinsley Ketterhagen, is just the real deal. She has gotten an offer from just about anywhere and anywhere that you can think of, and she would be what they define as a playa.
Shouldn't financial advice focus on you, your goals, and your dreams? Your Modern Woodmen of America representative can help you plan for all stages of life, from protection to saving to retirement. Call Scott Patrick at 715-424-1873 to start the conversation today. We'll take another break, come back, and we'll ask Paul what he thinks of Shamrock Shakes. They came back this last weekend at Mickey D's. We'll be back. You're watching Boys Basketball and Zaleski Sports, presented by ShedSliver.com.
Looking to buy flooring today? Shop R&R Flooring and Furniture. We have more flooring in stock and ready to go than the big box stores. Over 250,000 square feet.
That's right, over 250,000 square feet of luxury vinyl planking carpet in over 150 colors.
R&R guarantees you will find what you're looking for at a price you won't find anywhere else.
Grab your new floor today or schedule an installation.
When it comes to flooring, furniture, and mattresses,
it's easy.
Come to R&R Flooring and Furniture today. That's all it takes.
The quality materials that was used when the house was built were below builder grade. I wanted to do something a little exciting, add a little bit of color, a little bit of texture. The Infinity team took time to get to know us. He wanted to know what we wanted. Once he saw my design, he says, well, let's make this happen. It's a big project. Just changed the whole look of the house, and it looks like a brand new home. The Infinity team treated us like we were their family. I would recommend Infinity to anybody.
All right, welcome back to Assumption. I had my first one last night coming home from Pacelli. They've been around for a couple of days already, but thoughts on the Mickey D Shamrock Shake?
So, a huge supporter of McDonald's. Not a fan that they do not have the strawberry shake. If I'm going to go ice cream, I'm going to stop at Burger King. I want the imitation strawberry shake. And you got to whipped cream it up for me. I'm a whipped cream guy. So, again, not a huge fan. Sarah Jaglinski, on the other hand, monster fan of the Shamrock Shake. Already getting text messages like, hey, need to stop on the way home. Also a fan of the McRib, which I'm also not a fan of. But also, just in terms of what it's worth here. Steve, a really entertaining, well-played first half, 29-26. Assumption with a 3-point lead, but again, impressive performance for both teams as Edgar once again starts off in that 2-3 zone.
Yeah, we'll see how Chase Lieberg with his 2 fouls are on board with his 2 fouls for Assumption, how aggressive they play here early on in the second half with the Royals up by 3. There's an offensive foul on Ron Board, and there's your answer. He's got his 3rd foul, 21 seconds in the second half.
Again, 5-4 Logan. 4-4 JT, 29 points for the Royals. If you're looking for kind of a real silver lining for Coach Paltz and the Royals, that would be the case. For Edgar, once again, balanced scoring all the way across the board. for them as well. So we'll see who gets hot in the second half and kind of steps up and makes those plays down the stretch.
A good pass again. Tucker Stride puts it in to Carson Nowak.
QB1, would that also be a dump-off pass for, again, just a terrific pass there. 29-28, Assumption with the lead. By 1 point here with 17 to go in the second half.
The last two games against Wabeno Leona and Phillips for Assumption, their second halves have been outstanding. They outscored Phillips in the second half the other night as Nowak gets another steal. He's going to lay it in, and Edgar has the lead, but they outscored Phillips in the second half the other night 47 to I think it was ended up being 47 to 30-something, but they had 1 point where in the first 8 minutes of the second half they scored like 30 points.
They came out of the locker room in fuego.
Yeah. JT Schleifer with another basket.
Which is good. Coach Paultz would like to say that it's all his halftime inspiration to the boys that encourages it. So I like it in terms of where it goes. But 31-30.
There's an offensive foul on a screen. The three-pointer was made by Bargender, but the foul is going to be called on Maverick Butt, it looks like.
Again, one of the things that's nice with this particular crew, very consistent across the way. So right away early here in the second half, you have an offensive foul on both ends. A call you get on one end of the floor.
Yep.
With this crew, you can always expect that they're going to be looking for the same thing on the other end of the floor. Consistency is one of the big things. Doug Gottlieb would appreciate them.
And Chase Lieberg, a good, strong take to the hoop.
Did you see his epic rant this week?
Yeah.
That's as fired up as I've seen a coach in a long time. I wonder what his fine is going to be.
Yeah, I don't think he's too worried about it though. he's got plenty of cash, and that's same thing. I was listening to the Dan Patrick show. They were talking about NBA teams tanking and everything, and the Utah Jazz got fined $500,000 for tanking in a game that they ended up winning. Granted. Gavin Maurer to the basket for two, but $500,000 for a team that's worth $4 billion, I think, is pennies for those guys. So,
well, it's like hanging out the Maves household. I understand in terms of where that goes. So.
I don't think so. Chase Lieberg at the free throw line, good find, and right into the hands of Trey France for two.
We're going to give Ron Board an assist on that. Yeah. He saw it and was able to kick that off to Trey France. So 35-32, Assumption back up 3, 15-10 to go here in the second half, Steve.
Maurer to Strites, back out to Maverick Butt on the right wing. Bargender throws it into the bench area again. Buy 3 and get 1 free tire sales on now at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. That's buy 3 tires and get 1 free. Find your location at SherrillTire.com.
Out of the game, Trey France. Back into the game, his brother Odin France.
JT Schleifer with it on the left side. Everybody's still excited about winter sports, but man, it's great to see as JT Schleifer lines up a 3 for Assumption. Love the social media posts and whatnot of the wood bats hitting the baseballs down south. College baseball, college softball off to hot starts. It's a great start to the spring season.
Interesting stat for some of the college softball fans. I'm sure a lot of the Merriwood South teams will remember the name Claire Nelson.
Yeah. Maverick Butt lines up a 3, rebounded by Schleifer.
Through her first 8 games, Claire Nelson has 14 career college hits at Drury College. She is currently 1 hit away from holding the freshman record. She's going to play 50-some games. She's played 14. That's a heck of a start for Claire Nelson. Congratulations to that young lady, a former state champion here at Assumption in multiple sports, including basketball last year. Could not be prouder for her.
Bargender lines up a 3 left short, rebounded by Chase Lieberg. Yeah, also had her first career college home run last weekend for Claire. Logan Nystrom lines up a 3. Timeout, Edgar.
And we get a flex. Let's go. Logan's fired up.
9-point Assumption lead, 13:36 to go. You're watching boys basketball at Zaleski Sports, presented by ShedsLiver.com.
If you ask us, picking out new furniture should be fun, and when you work with us, it is. Home Furniture's free design assistance in your home or in our store. We make the process as easy as possible by helping you envision what your furniture and your room will look like. What inspires you? Visit Home Furniture today to create a single sofa or an entire room. We'll help you bring it all together. Dream it, create it, love it. Home Furniture's free design assistance, West Grand Avenue, Wisconsin Rapids, and Post Road in Plover.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Always fun, always fun. Wisconsin River Orthopedics for all your orthopedic needs. Place your trust in Wisconsin River Orthopedics. Learn more at WROinstitute.com.
Of course, Wisconsin doing Wisconsin things as they're losing to Ohio State tonight, 24-12 in the first half.
Men's basketball?
Men's basketball. And how about Miami of Ohio, now 5 wins away from an undefeated regular season, only ranked 22nd in the country, but again, trying to accomplish a pretty special feat.
Right side for Tucker Streitz. Give it the, good hands, Braden Peters. Peters to the basket. Right-handed layup for BP.
Nice job not only spawning it, but then sprinting back, finding his guy as well. 43-32, 11-point lead for the Royals, the biggest of the ball game.
Tucker Streit right at midcourt. A fun number date I'll have for you about college basketball that Braden, producer Braden had brought up before the game. The Final Four, is it the first game of the Final Four or is it championship day? But the Final Four is on so championship day is on the 6th because that's a Monday because that's my dad's birthday. The Final Four is on April 4th. So 4-4 is Final Four day for men's basketball. Yeah, three-pointer on the left wing, left short, skim the rim, and rebound, and a foul is going to be called on Streit. Yeah.
I feel like very rarely do you leave me without a comment. I have nothing to say other than, okay, that's a pretty interesting stat.
Where is the Final Four this year? I don't know. I feel like it's going to be in like Houston or something.
I was at one in Indianapolis, and I was at one in Dallas. So at Lucas Oil, that's an interesting venue to take a look at it. I don't know that I particularly like when they put the Final Four in those very large football stadiums. It makes for a weird viewing experience, even live. But irregardless, one of those deals. We'll see in terms of what that looks like. I would say the field for the men is much more wide open than what the field is for the women this year. That appears to be UConn, UCLA, South Carolina, and everybody else. Yeah. Like, it's amazing how those three teams have just been significantly better on the women's side. But again, on the men's side, it feels like it's much more wide open.
Yeah, absolutely right. And good. Again, I think we mentioned it a couple of weeks ago. Oh, what a move. Graham Streit and one.
Big basket for Edgar as it had ballooned to an 11-point game, but now you can cut it back to 8, get a little three-point play and a momentum. So 10:25 to go, 43-34 currently free throw pending. Trying to cut it back to an 8-point lead after a nice burst by Assumption.
Graham's third and one of the night, and he has converted on back-to-backs. For the Edgar Wildcats, Bruce Orthodontics provides comprehensive orthodontic care for patients of all ages. They are now accepting new patients and accept most insurances. At Bruce Orthodontics are changing lives one smile at a time. Set up for a free consultation today. Logan Nystrom with it. Down low to Chase Lieberg. Chase, strong move to the basket for the senior. What a move for Lieberg.
Very nice play by Chase Lieberg. Steve, kind of an interesting development over in Marathon. 11:20 to go, 36-31. Auburndale hanging around against the currently conference undefeated Red Raiders.
Yeah, Marathon clinched that conference championship before the calendar turned to February.
Yeah, I think it was November, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, strong foul there, and Graham Streit heading to the free throw line. Yeah, very. Yeah. Trey France will check back in here in a second. Shout out to Marathon Boys coach Adam Jacobson winning his 300th career game.
We talked about Jake Shallow, from DC Everest in terms of where it goes, and we kind of talked about, like, hey, is there a better hire or a better coach? Adam Jacobson from Marathon would certainly be as part of that conversation. As Brandon Peters and Odin France go out of the ball game, and in returns Trey France and Ron Board.
And Strites off the mark. JT Schlafer with it with 11.5 to go, 45-36 in favor of Assumption. Schlafer with it on the left wing, gets a screen from France. All the way to the basket, strong take. He's got the and one.
So that's an example, Steve, of being able to have that continuation rule. So if you think about like a similar play, that's a spot where he gets fouled as he gathers, but he's able to go ahead and count that. In years past, the question was he really shooting? Now with the gather point, that's a great example of where that continuation takes a look at it. JT converts the three-point play, 48-36, 11-19 here to go in the first half. Or in the second half, excuse me. Over in Mosinee, the Indians have come back to make it a 44-42 game with 12 minutes to go against DC Everest.
Stride with it now. Tucker Stride out to, had Logan flying. Gavin Maurer, a wild shot, may have been clipped. And resets up ahead to Lieberg. Oh, he traveled with it. Yep, good job by Tucker Strites to defend. Score from Roscheltz, 41-17 in favor of Joe Biadish's Iowa Scandinavia Thunderbirds. Of course, the brother of Washington Commander offensive center, Tyler Biadish.
Tyler on the recovery. Didn't he get hurt at the end of the year?
I think so, yeah. But he was in a couple of Campbell's Chicken Noodle Soup commercials with whoever the quarterback is. Jaden Daniels, is he the quarterback in Washington?
Nothing makes you feel recover faster than chicken noodle soup.
Especially for a big offensive lineman, yeah. All those with Donovan McNabb, you remember those?
Yep.
Yeah.
And then his mom would come in and they were chunky soup. Oh, yeah, I'm a fan. It's you throw a few dumplings in there, now you got something going on. Like now it's the case. That and you wash it down with the Shamrock Shake, apparently.
Oh, yeah, can't ask for much better than that. Getting a little past soup time, but there's a three-pointer for Gavin Maurer. Buries the triple.
I'll never understand that, Steve. So great shot by Maurer, and then you need to go ahead and let him know about it. Like, you made a shot before. Just act like you made one. Like, it's a great shot. It's a great play. Move on.
It is back down to a 9-point game with 10 minutes to go. Chase Lieberg on the right wing. Assumption boys back in action Thursday, part of a girls-boys doubleheader. The boys will take on Athens at 7:15 after the girls play. Take on Newman Catholic at 5:45. For 90 years, Valley Communities Credit Union has been part of your hometown team. Local, trusted, strong. Valley Communities Credit Union, where communities come first. Federally insured by NCUA.
48-39, 9-point game. 9:40 to go, so as we approach the fourth quarter here, Edgar hanging around. Assumption, to your point, continued that trend of driving really dribbling that, extending their lead in the second half, playing well out of the locker room.
Carson Nowak off the mark there. Chase Lieberg puts his head down to the basket. Foul's going to be called on Tucker Strites. Infinity Exteriors, installing peace of mind, roofing, siding, and windows built to last. Saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. We guarantee quality that you can trust. Have you played Schwartz yet, Braden? Coming up next, or shortly, give a shout out to Schwartz when we come back. You're watching Boys Basketball and Zaleski Sports, presented by ShedsDelivered.com.
Take your valuable possessions from outdoors to indoors with help from ShedsDelivered.com. It's your one-stop shop for sheds, barns, cabins, garages, greenhouses, chicken coops, and hunting blinds, all crafted by skilled Amish artisans. Headquartered in Loyal, Rod and April make it easy. Just visit ShedsDelivered.com to design your perfect structure. With short lead times and free delivery and installation, Sheds Delivered is the smart choice for outdoor storage. That's ShedsDelivered.com. Go today.
Is it time to replace your old gutters? Call Schwartz Seamless Gutters and protect your home with new seamless technology. No seams, no leaks. With free estimates in 2 days or less and workmanship guaranteed, our service is as seamless as our gutters. Does your roof need attention? Don't replace it, restore it with Seamless Commercial Roofing. Our process is guaranteed and a fraction of the cost of replacement with no downtime. When your roof needs attention, call Seamless Commercial Roofing in Marshfield.
All right, welcome back to Assumption High School out of the full timeout. After this inbounds play, when we have a second or two, give our friends over at Schwartz Seamless Gutters a shout-out. Very good company to communicate with. Oh, what a pass. Ron Bohr left side up and can't finish. But he'll head to the Surf Pro free throw line. Ron looking for his first points of the night. Our buddies over at Schwartz, again, very good to communicate with. Came out on Monday, did some measurements around the house, coming back in July to put some more gutter guards up on the gutter, so I don't have to go up there and clean them all the time. So
always a big fan. Whenever I hear Schwartz, I always think of Spaceballs. May the Schwartz be with you. Spaceballs 2 coming out. Very excited about that. Again, showing my age, understanding like most people don't know what a Spaceball is, but one of those deals where one of the absolute Mel Brooks classics. Can't wait for part 2 to come out.
Ron Board's first 2 points of the night via the free throw line. We are now into the fourth quarter here tonight from Wisconsin Rapids. Logan Nystrom with the basketball. Logan out to Odin France on the right side against Tegan Strite. Chase Lieberg against Nowak to the basket. He got fouled again. Chase Lieberg heading back to the Surf Pro free throw line. Richie Funeral Home has been serving family after family in Nakusa, Wisconsin Rapids since 1957. Find the very best in personal service at Richie Funeral Home, or you can check them out online at richiefuneralhome.com. Chase Lieberg's first free throw is rattled in there.
Nice looking free throw by Chase Lieberg. 51-39, 8:45 here to go in the second half.
Lieberg's second one is up, and it is good. Royals 52 points on the board. You mentioned it before. JT only with 12. Logan Nystrom with 8. So that's 20 points. You got 32 from everybody else. And, again, if you're Coach Paltz, you got to be pretty happy about that. Ron Board with the rebound. Got contributions, again, from Odin France. Had 3 3-pointers in the first half. Chase Lieberg having a good night from the field. Braden Peters with 7. Trey France with 4. Ron Board with 2. It's a good night all around from the Assumption Royals. And Logan Nystrom, he's got 3 more. He's up to 11.
Nice looking shot by Nystrom. Again, doing a great job coming off that flare screen. 55-39. Again, that balanced the Royals attack, really going ahead and hurting the Wildcats tonight.
Bargender with it. Near side for Gavin Maurer. Maurer to the near side for Maverick Butt. Skips it across to Bargender against Odin France. Spins in the lane. Oh, nice hesitation move there by Caden Bargender.
Strong move by Bargender.
14-point game, 7.5 to go. Econ Electric is your local residential, commercial, and industrial electrical service provider since 1970. People have turned to Econ Electric. That's Econ Electric of Wisconsin Rapids. Chase Lieberg back out to JT Schlafer. Ron Board, top of the key. Ron puts his head down to the basket. Strong take, couldn't finish. Good defense that time by Carson Nowak. Graham Strite throws it to nobody.
Coach was open, though.
Yeah. Just like these players bring their best to the court, Ridgetop Exteriors brings top-tier performance to your home. Roofing, siding, windows, and doors. Ridgetop Exteriors has a winning strategy to protect your home. Visit ridgetopexteriors.com. I appreciate everyone tuning in here again on Zaleski Sports. Logan Nystrom for 3. Nowak with the rebound.
Another good look, though, by Logan. He's got such a quick trigger.
Craig Gibson commented on our said it's because there are more small schools that can fill out the boys' teams that can fill out the girls. So that makes sense for the question about Edgar girls being in 5, to have the equal amount and have enough girls' teams in 5 to fill out the brackets. So.
And thank you, Craig, for that explanation. Like I said, I truly no idea. I just thought it was an interesting anomaly in terms of where it goes. So appreciate him going ahead and chiming in with that answer.
Timeout on the floor. 6:30 to go here tonight. 55-41 Assumption. You're watching boys basketball on Zaleski Sports, presented by ShedsDeliver.com.
At Nicolay Bank, a great rate isn't new or trendy. Our Real Rewards checking has offered 3.00% annual percentage yield since 2011, earning customers over $30 million in interest. Join your friends and neighbors in experiencing Real Rewards checking and get excited to earn 3% more. See terms and apply at nicolaybank.com. Nicolay Bank. Real people, real conversations.
I got referred to the orthodontist and I was really nervous, but in my 2-year process, the staff was very welcoming and very kind to me. My brother also had treatment here and he was very happy with the smile. I'd recommend Bruce Orthodontics to all my friends and family that want a beautiful smile just like us.
When I come in for my appointment, the wait is really short. All of the workers are very kind and sweet. They try to make sure that everything in my mouth is just right after my checkup, and Dr. Bruce is very nice.
I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile.
Call us to set up your free consultation today.
All right, 6.5 to go here. We got a lot of good games. Check them all out at ZaleskiSports.com. Again, want to give a shout-out to Craig for explaining why Edgar girls are in Division 5, Edgar boys in Division 4.
The Loyal boys currently winning in Neilsville. Columbus Catholic currently winning against Owen Withee. That's going to set up a first-place conference showdown, I think, later this week when those two teams meet. Is that correct?
I believe so. Yeah. I deal with the schedule, and France marks are off the mark.
How about this?
And Rod Board picks up his 4th.
How about this for an interesting anomaly, Steve? The Regis girls and the Neilsville girls are Clover Belt East and Clover Belt West, so theoretically not in the same conference. They played once in non-conference matchup. They're going to play in the crossover championship, and if they reach the sectionals, they'll play a 3rd time. So you could actually play a team 3 times that's not technically in your conference. Does that happen a lot?
I can't imagine it does.
I thought that was kind of an interesting anomaly.
Yeah. Regis got them by 13 right before Christmas, so that's going to be a.
LMA Cooper, one of the absolute best players in the state for the Regis Ramblers. So that's another fun guard to check out if you get a chance, and that's a name you're not familiar with.
Yeah, there's the top 3 in that section. Regis 1, Neilsville 2, McDonald 3. McDonald and Regis split already this year. Neilsville beat McDonald, and they lost to Regis. So it's going to be a wild next couple of weeks.
And I think the 4 is Fall Creek, and I think that's another one that you don't necessarily want to be playing around with. That's another tough one all the way across the way.
Yep, absolutely. Regional quarterfinals for girls basketball a week from tonight. Check them out at ZaleskiSports.com. I think we might have a couple of live games and then a lot of highlights. Oh, JT with a reverse layup for 2.
Pretty move by JT. Strong, athletic. Went to the opposite side, had the reverse layup. Well done by JT.
JT Schlafer, of course, the all-time leading scorer here at Assumption after breaking Ryan Klein's record last Saturday 2 Saturdays ago against Wabeno Leona. There's going to be an offensive foul on Cassius Paul, his first. Week and a half, right? It was on the 7th because we didn't play on Valentine's Day. Yeah, time flies. I'll tell you that. Yeah, we got another Saturday game coming up this week. Assumption taking on Centennial from Minnesota. 2:30 tip-off here on Zaleski Sports. I like the afternoon games, especially on Saturdays. Yeah. JT Schlafer with it. And glad they're playing, or glad they have it on Saturday this week and didn't line up. Got got a birthday on Sunday with the JT fades, can't finish. Braden Peters, the offensive rebound.
You know, Steve, sneaky player of the game opportunity might be.
Oh, jeez. Trey France puts in his own miss.
Again, flair for the case. Sneaky player of the game candidate might be Braden Peters, just simply based on the fact that he's had a tremendous amount of hustle plays. He had the steal and the open court layup across the board. I really liked his energy and what he brings off the bench for the Royals. He on a night where there's been a lot of balanced contributions.
Oh, goodness.
Great
Another
cut.
great cut.
Ooh.
Graham Strite just unable to finish, 3:25 to
But
go.
on a night where there's a lot of balanced contributions, I think BP's got in that mix.
Yep, absolutely. It's going to be out of bounds to Edgar. Nakusa, Port Edward State Bank proudly supports our local athletes and their families from business to personal banking and everywhere in between. Let Nakusa Port Edward State Bank work for you. 3:19 to go, 59-41. Assumption's going to pick up another big win here tonight, and mentioned their win against Phillips. Coach Pulse has got these boys playing well at the exact right time.
Yep, coming out again, the halftime adjustments and continuing to just go ahead and battle. This was a 3-point game at the half. Assumption just has gradually pulled away as they're currently up 18 here with 3 minutes to go. And again, what's been a very well-played game. I think Edgar has played well, lots of different cuts. It's just Assumption in the second half has just been clearly the superior team.
Their last loss came against Marathon on January 30th. At that point of the year, they were 7-8 and looking to go 12-8 now as Logan Nystrom buries the three. As soon as Logan caught that ball, Coach Paul started clapping.
Yep,
he was
absolutely. You can't leave Logan that level of open out there across the way. Very good offense, nicely done by the Royals.
Tucker straight off the mark. JT with the rebound. ShedsDelivered.com is your one-stop shop for sheds, barns, cabins, garages, greenhouses, chicken coops, and hunting blinds, all crafted by skilled Amish artisans. See their display lots in Marshfield, Medford, and in Wisconsin Rapids. You can check them out at ShedsDelivered.com. Lieberg out to Schlafer. The 2-minute warning here in Wisconsin Rapids. Schlafer back with it out to Braden Peters.
I feel like that's a rule that you could incorporate from football that I like. I like the 2-minute warning.
Trey France lets the three go. No stoppage. Like hockey, they always have like 1 minute left in the period.
Yeah.
Just announce it.
Yeah, I feel like that. I feel like that's a good addition. I'm a fan of that.
I'll call up the NFHS tomorrow and except I don't like making phone calls to begin with, so they're turnover off of Logan Nystrom. Nope. Out of bounds to Assumption with 1:31 to go. Timeout on the floor. Mutual of Wausau Insurance, protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Visit mutualofwausau.com. Find agent near you. We'll keep it here. 91 seconds to go. Assumption will win their 5th game in a row as Coach Paul clears his bench and Coach Paltz doing the exact same. So we'll have that here for you.
If you're looking for a little end-of-game action that might be interested, 8 minutes to go over in Mosinee, 55-51. Evergreens by 4 in what's been a very entertaining game that you can watch for free on Zaleski Sports.
Yeah, those two teams, you mentioned it before, going to be pretty highly ranked in their sections coming up on Sunday. So it's going to be a fun one, checking those out coming up.
Are Dan and Jason going to do the boys' show on Sunday?
I believe so. Yeah, I think so. They pre-recorded the girls' one, or they had coaches' interviews and whatnot, and yeah, I'm assuming so.
Okay.
Just not sure.
Gotcha. How about we go through into the ball game for Assumption and for the Wildcats. First for the Royals.
All right, what do we got? Jeremy Arias.
Number 12.
20 is Cullen Thomas. 32 is Siler Schill. 5 is John Menarson. And 30 is Reed Sauter.
For the Wildcats, you've got number 3.
All right, what do we got here? Number 3 is Brody Baumgartner.
Number 1.
Number 1 is Dawson Bornheimer.
Number 10.
Number 10, I don't have 10.
Number 22.
Let's see, 10, Ben Schaefer maybe. That's who's number 10 on JV.
Okay. Number 22.
Number 22 is Cassius Paul.
And how about number 52?
Number 52 is Tyler Halverson.
There you go. Hopefully we
right.
got that right. But again, always good to get some new faces and names into the ballgame.
All right, it's under a minute to go. We'll have our Key Savings Bank postgame show coming up next here from Wisconsin Rapids. They probably bring you tonight's postgame show. You'll feel right at home. From the moment you walk through the door at Key Savings Bank, enjoy all the perks of working with your local community bank and experience it for yourself by stopping in or checking them out online at keysavingsbank.com.
Entering the game for the Royals, number 4.
Jackson Vrewink checking in. It was a 38-34 JV win for Assumption tonight.
That's a good ball game.
Yeah. There's lines up a open three-pointer and rebounded by Paul with 20 seconds to go. Again, it was 29-26 at halftime. Another big second half for Assumption. Defense stepped up, offense did enough, and they'll pick up their 12th win and 5th win in a row, and they start their big week with a win here tonight over the Edgar Wildcats, 62-41. Paul, thank you again for stopping by. We'll see you on Thursday, and we'll head down for our Key Savings Bank postgame show. You've been watching boys basketball at Zaleski Sports, presented by ShedsDeliver.com.
We have something that we're trying to create at Key Savings Bank called Outward Energy. We don't just want to have the doors open, our members walk through. We want to be where they are. We go to meet them, we participate in their events. We think that's vitally important for us to show that Key Savings Bank is a part of the communities that we're in.
We received a very positive reaction from our community. On average, we had 250 to 300 kids alone that entered our building for the Halloween party. That didn't include the adults, grandparents, parents that brought the children. It's wonderful to be out in our community grocery shopping with my Key Savings Bank apparel, and families walk up to me and say, "Hey, I attended your Halloween party."
So about a month ago, I was approached by Sheriff Becker of Wood County Sheriff's Department, and he asked me if we'd want to participate in the Back the Badge bench press meet. So Key Savings Bank sponsored, had a $500 sponsorship to that, and I myself participated in that. And it was a really great experience. There was about 40 different people that participated throughout Wood County and actually the state. So with the Sheriff's Department obviously doing so much for us and throughout the community, it was just our way of giving back.
And now when I tell my friends and family what I'm doing or what I do every day or what involvements I'm doing, they're like, "Oh, that's the bank that offered the Halloween party. That's the bank that does the Christmas party. That's the bank that sponsors these golf events." So our awareness alone has just become amazing in the last year.
Key Savings Bank participates in a lot of these events. We love to do it. We love to know the community and the other businesses within the community. It's rewarding to see smiling faces. The kids event, when we bring them pizza, there's not just one winner, there's multiple winners. Cheese pizza is one of the coolest things that these kids love. And just seeing the smiling faces is outstanding. Probably the funnest event that we do is what you see behind me here is our coloring contest for the local kids. It's a fun event. We do a lot of fun stuff with it on our Facebook page. The voting goes nuts because it's the community that votes for it. And at the end, there's a lot of participation. So that's the best event.
We had Thursday grill outs. We did that. We were raising money for the Rome Canine Division. We set up in mid-June to have grill outs each and every Thursday all the way through till the middle of August.
Numerous amount of golf outings where we raise money specifically for that event through our whole sponsorships and games that we play.
My employees right now are all very active in participating in literally hundreds of events over the last 2 years that make Key Savings Bank a part of this community. We think that's very important.
All right, welcome back to Assumption. The Royals pick up a big conference win here tonight. Coach, 5 in a row, going back to the loss to Marathon. The last couple of games that we've done, the second half has been so big, offensively and defensively. Just talk about that first off.
Yeah, it's been a fun little ride here. I think now since Christmas time, we're now 9-3. And the boys are just playing hard. And we weren't playing great team basketball at the beginning of the year, and that's been on top of our list to change that. And it's showing. And sometimes in the first half, it shows we're not playing team basketball. We're just not playing well. But yeah, everything starts and ends with defense for us. Once we start getting some energy on that end, that translates to our offense.
Coach talk, it's one game at a time, obviously. But to start a week off like this against having Edgar, having Athens coming up, very important to get off to such a good start, especially with seeding coming up on Sunday. Just talk about getting that starting off with a win.
Yeah, I'd be lying if I wasn't on top of all that stuff. It's a huge week. It's been a huge month for us. And to start it off with a win against a nice team like Edgar, I know the record isn't fabulous, but it's a good basketball team and a lot of respect to those guys over there. But Thursday's a big one with Athens coming to town, and then we'll worry about Centennial when that time comes. But yeah, this is the best time of the year. You know, every day you're updating the computers, looking at the seedings, and what can we do to get a little bit better just for March? And yeah, I'm having a blast.
Perfect. Thanks, Coach. Yeah. See you on Thursday. We're bringing our Zaleski Sports Player of the Game, Braden Peters. Braden, Coach talked about hustling and getting to where you need to be. Obviously, the last couple of games have gone very well for you guys, and hustle has been one of the biggest things. Just talk about being able to implement that and come out and top the last 5 games.
Yeah, I don't know. The past 5 games, we've stepped up our defense a lot. I think Ron's been going insane on the leading score of every team we play, holding them to almost season lows. So that helps a lot. I think our boxing out and rebounding has helped out a lot too. We knew that was going to be a key factor going into this game. And yeah, all those things coming together helped us get the win.
And the first half, we mentioned it during the broadcast, JT and Logan didn't have huge inputs in the first half. Contributions from up and down the lineup tonight. Just talk about how important that is to be able to find different guys when JT and Logan aren't scoring.
Yeah, it really helps. Odin hitting 3 threes in the first half was really key. And then, yeah, Logan and JT, usually they're our top scorers, but we can really go down the line, and I feel like we really showed that tonight.
And getting a revenge win, avenging a loss earlier to Edgar, how important is it to start this big week with a win?
Yeah, the last Edgar game left a bad taste in our mouth, and we've been wanting this one for a while. We've been waiting. So it's really good to start the week with a win, get to a 5-game win streak. Hopefully we can carry it into the playoffs. That's our goal.
I'll put you in the house, right?
I'm Braden Peters, and I'm in the house.
Thank you, Braden. Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you. All right, with that, we're going to sign things off here from Assumption High School. It is a conference win for the Royals tonight. They'll be back in action approximately 7:15 on Thursday. They'll host the Athens Blue Jays, part of a girls-boys doubleheader. The girls will play Newman Catholic at 5:45, and the boys will play after that. So again, a couple of other good games still going on. Check them out at ZaleskiSports.com. For Braden Sutter, this is Steve Maves. Have a blessed night. We'll talk to you again on Thursday here on Zaleski Sports.